Hello everyone, and in today's video I just want to talk about the balance changes. What I hope should be in the balance changes. Cactus could have a lot of different buffs. One, I would say, like, maybe make his like close range game better. Maybe make his like his primary without aiming, without like the scope, be a bit better. Corn. This is normal corn. I think he's okay. I don't think he needs any buffs or nerfs. Steam Blaster, I would sign Steam Blaster. I think Steam Blaster's okay too. They didn't really nerf it to the ground, so it doesn't need a buff, but it also doesn't need a nerf. All Stars. I also think All Stars is pretty good. Scientist, I would nerf the healing and the self heal. So yeah, so just like make it so like the self heal, if you get attacked, it stops the self healing. So yeah, so healing is kind of too OP right now. So yeah, I would just nerf healing in general. Snapdragon, make blue blazing actually work. Other than that, maybe buff his primary a bit, just like a tiny bit. Other than that, I think he's pretty good. Engineer, nerf the turret. Maybe like make the reloading like slower or something. So yeah, maybe make it reload like not the whole thing, but maybe half. So like if you waste 2, it only would go like 7, cause it's only like 5 if he had 10 shots. I don't know how much shots he had. Electric slide. I would say to buff the primary, maybe with the bloom or something, make the reticle smaller. Another buff would be make that upgrade like the random upgrade where like sometimes when you reload it might do a shock. Make that be always 100%. Imp I think is the one that needs the most buffs. Just buff his rate of fire a little bit, not too much. The thing that I would actually say is to buff like a lot, it would be the Mac. Make the overheat like longer, so you could shoot longer without heating up. And maybe make his like the rocket ability, make it like the reticle smaller so it does more damage instead of like just only splash pretty much. Super brains, maybe nerf it, super thump, like the super jump thump or whatever it's called. Maybe make it so it launches less, cause I feel like it launches like way too close, and I think it's a bit too strong. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. Nightcap, I also think Nightcap is pretty good right now. I don't Sunflower. Again, just nerf herself heal and healing other people. I don't know. Acorn seems okay right now. Oak, maybe buff Oak a bit. I don't know. I think he seems pretty okay too. Nothing that needs a buff or a nerf. Pea shitter, I would say nerf the splash like a lot, and just nerf that. That's all you have to nerf. If you nerf splash, you literally take everybody that pogo peas, because now they actually have to aim. So jumping won't be like the best strat for pea shooter. Space cadet, I think she's fine. Maybe a like slight buffs. 80s. I'll do a bit of a rework, not like a rework, but like nerf some stuff and to buff some other stuff. So I would nerf his primary. Make it a little bit less damage. Like maybe not the fully charged, but like the first or second. Make it more consistent. Make it so he can't hit 1 damage, like at least like 10. But you can also hit just like the 20 by just spamming. Another thing I would say is buff Rocket Ride. Make the reticle a little bit smaller. Um, and just make it do a little bit more damage. Because right now I feel like it barely kills it. Like only AIs could abuse it, and that's about it. So Rose, Rose, I don't really think she needs a buff, or I don't think she needs a nerf neither. So Citron, I think Citron needs a big nerf. Make it so the shield gets stronger. The more people that are close right there. Cause dude, his shield is so strong. He literally gets a free 1v1 win. He literally like plus with that upgrade that it just automatically reloads. That's all he does. He shoots in Peach and then he does like the spin roll or something and then he just shield all over and just repeat and repeat. And that's all he does. So I would just nerf the shield. Make the shield stronger. Make the shield um weak when there's nobody close, but make it strong when there's people. Corn legendary upgrade, I don't know, I think it's okay right now. Like since you could reload, use your abilities with the shield, I think that's a really good like different way to play. And I think it helps Corn, so I don't think it's like, I think it's a good upgrade. I don't think it's like makes Corn worse, you know. I think it makes him a bit better, but not too where he's OP. Foot Soldier, I would also make his splash, reduce his splash by a lot, but make his splash do more damage. You know, so like nerf the splash, but make it do like 75, or not maybe not 75. Maybe that's a bit too much, but something like that. You know, Space Station. I don't know. Maybe the shields. Maybe make the shields weaker every time there somebody joins. Cause having like three shields is way too much, you know. It's pretty strong, but plants do have a way to counter that with like sunbeam. The plants have a like high DPS ability, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Rose. Rose with the legendary upgrade, I think it's okay. I don't think it needs a nerf or a buff. I think right now it's a good place right now, so yeah. Chomper, I would say nerf the sniping. Make it so like make so splash. But if you have halitosis, make it so it doesn't like do splash and the normal damage. Make it so it if you hit directly and have halitosis, it doesn't add that 9 damage. It just does the straight, and the splash is only if you hit the splash. And that's about it. I think that would make it a little bit more fair, because hitting 50 headshot with a character that's supposed to be close range, I think is a bit too much. Gritty Goop, I would say just make it like so you can't die like to fire damage. Make it so it does like a lot of damage, but make it so like Chomper still has to finish you off. And I think that would be a better way to do it. So yeah, Wizard, I don't know, buff the charge attack. That's about it. Just buff the charge. The charge attack needs a buff. Nah, not the biggest, but a big buff, you know. Captain Deadbeard. I think he's really good right now. I don't think he needs a nerf. Maybe buff Barrel. And yeah, buff Barrel. Make it have more HP, and that's about it. Super Brainium Basher. All I think that needs a nerf is the mobility. Cause like I've had a lot of situations where I get the Brainium Basher like weak, and then they just escape with their high mobility. So just make it like the mobility more restricting. So yeah, and for the two unreleased characters, I don't know what they're gonna do. They haven't changed anything with them, but maybe they were gonna do it on the last on the last update, which is kind of dumb in my opinion. They should have changed something in the weekly mode so they could see if they liked it. But of course, this is the last update, so they couldn't probably do anything. So yeah, that's about it. That's what I think should happen. What the that's what I'm hoping the patch notes will be. If you have anything I missed or anything you disagree, please comment down below. So yeah, peace out.